that wasn't that bad. You would have never been able to join the ones up north. Like, there's a difference between the black fraternities and the white fraternities. I know there's that cultural thing there. There's just a cultural thing there. Because, our culture, there's a certain line that we won't allow ourselves to cross. So I got a real quick story to tell y'all. You know what I mean? Because I've seen these type of things happen, and it kind of ties into some of the conversations we've had. There's a fraternity up there. I'm going to just call them, I'm not going to say their whole thing. I'm just call them Phi Alpha.
Okay.
All right? Phi Alpha up in Michigan. They have this thing. And you know how other fraternities, you hear about other people's process from people like you who drop out of the thing like, oh, fuck that. I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? And they like, I'm out. So one of the dropouts from Phi Alpha, a white fraternity up there, and so this is why I said
it's a white fraternity.
It's a white fraternity.
Oh, okay.
So one of the dropouts from there, because he ended up trying to come and pledge us the following year. And so we was asking him questions like, man, if you didn't go through their process, then why you think you can go through ours? And so he like, because I can assure you, I know ain't none of y'all doing the foul stuff they do. so I was like, you might got a point there because them boys is wild. So I'm sitting here looking like this is where I'm thinking about this Deshaun Watson thing, right? So he goes in there. So we was like, yo, what did they do? So he was like, all right, my man, they make you go up. They make all our pledges. We had to go up to Mrs. Fields. And at Mrs. Fields, the cookie place. Yeah. So we have to go up to Mrs. Fields. We have to buy the biggest cookie they have, right? They got this big jumbo cookie. And they make us all stand there, right? They make us, when we get to the house, after we doing a bunch of stuff online or whatever, they make us all hold this cookie with one hand. We got to hold this cookie. The other hand, we got to drop our drawers and get to masturbate. And the last person to masturbate on that cookie has to take a bite of that cookie. They call it the nutty cookie. I said, ain't no way on God's green earth.
On the cookie?
The last person, if you bust your load last, you have to take a bite out of that cookie.
It's a great time to be quick.
And that's the kind of crazy stuff that, you know what I mean? There's a cultural difference. Now, shouldn't the guys in that, that went through that process that didn't make it, shouldn't they feel like they should have a lawsuit on their head? Because I don't know if it gets any worse than that.
I've never pledged a fraternity. After my first week at FSU, I concluded it's not anything I'd ever want to be associated with. I don't get, just the way that I'm wired. If you're going to make me do something stupid, I'm going to hate you till I die. That's just how I can't then be your brother or anything.
Yeah, man.
You are, I want you to die more than I want you to breathe. That's how I am. And so I can't, if somebody hit me with wood, fuck you, I want you to die. If somebody's going to fucking come on a cookie and make people eat, no, you're fucking weird, man.
Look.
Yeah, I don't get, how that connects to some sort of, meaningful relationship. It's just there's a disconnect from me.
I'm trying to tell you some of the wild stories that you hear about fraternities.
Oh, yeah, I've heard some wild stuff.
I'm not saying that black fraternities don't have you do wild things. I'm not saying that by one iotas, but it ain't nothing like that. Because I don't know any heterosexual black male that's going for that. You know what I'm saying? That's going for that. But the fact of the matter is...
Yeah, and I got my master's from Rollins. And Rollins do some crazy shit,
man.
Rollins College,
they be doing some wild stuff.
They do some wild stuff.
I mean, y'all had the beach, we had snow. So, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Y'all had the beach, we had snow on certain things. So, but
yeah. That's wild, though.
Man.